You're about to step into a real moment from one of my group coaching sessions. These conversations are not scripted, they're real, they're honest, and they're deeply authentic. So as you listen, take what speaks to you. This might be a reminder, a reframe, or even a reset for where you are right now and what's coming up next for you. And remember, you're not alone. You matter right here, right now. This is your time. So let's go.
This is really fun because this is an elevated conversation about elevating, and then we think we come down to reality. And our opportunity is, how do we elevate and live from that very elevated state, our highest self, and be able to live inside of this reality without coming down to the reality, instead staying elevated within a reality that, while we're elevated, comes to elevate together with us. This comes back to the conversation of how long and how consistently can we stay in our very elevated self. When is it that we will break character, so to speak? Break character, and what I mean is, when is it that we will come back down to the version of ourselves that we once believed was us, instead of staying at our highest? And so this will be fun, continuing to elevate and recognizing that when you have a re-entry, you're not returning to down to reality. You're re-entering into a reality that then you're holding the space and place for it to rise to meet you. Have fun with that, because it's, this idea that now we go back to reality. I was in a spa, I did a ceremony, I was in a very, very, very elevated space and place, stepping into all that I'm creating, stepping up, getting to notice, putting her on, like, oh, the angels sing, coming from, I lived I lived 6 months, I lived the year, and it was done. And then I came home, I came back to reality. And wait a minute, where am I? Where am I exactly? When I say back to reality, meaning coming back to my space, my place. I'm not speaking about anyone else in my space and place, but the home that I was in and the home that I returned to were two different homes. And so I was reminded, oh, I'm right here right now. And it would be really easy for me to return to reality. How this reality is turned into this reality is to stay here and allow this to transform to meet me there. And that's mastery. And so this is a lot of fun, is recognizing where we are at any given moment. Where are we? Where are we? And when we're returning, you know, returning, recognizing our return. When we are rising, when we are elevating, the opportunity for things for us to see, the life that's lifing. Because when we think about this 90 days, yes, let's get on a rocket ship, let's go. Would you know that on a rocket ship, a literal rocket ship that's moving through the atmosphere, that's moving beyond and going into outer space, there's a time in which the rocket ship, like, yay, let's go, we're all strapped in, woohoo. There's a time before it reaches outer space that it goes through a shaking. So much so that back in the day, they used to turn airplanes or turn things around, because the idea was, if we keep going, we're going to explode, implode. It's going to be a catastrophe, because that atmospheric pressure shakes so badly that at that point, and this is how it works, that's when the majority turn around. That's when that comfort zone That's when the 3Ds, right? DEFCON 3, that's when most people don't keep going. So just know if this is how it's been feeling, shaking, is that a little how it's been feeling? Like shaking? Know that, we never want to hear great work. We never want to hear good job, great news. That doesn't necessarily feel good. However, when we know, wow, where you are, we applaud you because this is when most would turn back and not keep going. And this is where we're not going to push, we're not going to fight, we're not going to force. But this is now where imagine this doesn't happen this way on a rocket, but actually it does. It actually does happen this way on a rocket. I was just going to say, imagine being in a car and we shift to the next gear. On a rocket, this is what those boosters are all about. The boosters move you through that, and it doesn't have to be hard. We just now will go to the next gear. We'll put those boosters on so that you can shoot through this to now go beyond. If where you're going and what you're creating and what you're stepping into were easy, everyone would be here. And what I mean by that is have ease and grace and know that even if it feels like everything's shattering and your whole world's crumbling, that we've got you. An idea that is so beautiful, and I love this idea so much, especially when we're looking at our highest self already being here, but are we seeing the fullest expression of it yet? When we think about Michelangelo, artist, 1501 to 1504, Michelangelo created something called David. I've heard it referenced as the David. It's a statue. And it was created out of a huge piece of marble. And this huge piece of marble, 3 years of working with this huge piece of marble to create from it a statue of David and a masterpiece, still to this day known as a masterpiece, and back then considered a masterpiece. And so imagine a big block of marble, great stone, big block of marble, and someone goes to the marble, and how David was created was chiseling out everything that wasn't David. And when asked how Michelangelo was able to see what he created from this big block of rock, what he said was, I chiseled away everything that wasn't the angel so that I could set the angel free. I chiseled away everything that wasn't the angel so that I could set the angel free, and then it could be. Then it could be, those are my words. So when we're thinking about that idea of where is our highest self, where is she, where is he, and are we growing to it? Are we having to become it? Well, in a way, that big block of rock became, I'll call it the David, became David. And yet David was always inside of that big block of rock. So we're in a becoming, and yet when we hear the idea that I bring, that we speak to, that we enter into, is that the only thing that separates from who we are today and who it is that we would see ourselves as our highest being, the only thing that separates us is the belief that we're not already. So that's what we're working inside of, chiseling away, whatever that is, so that then that version of us, our highest selves, can be unveiled, can be freed, and can be all that we're here to be. So when we're thinking, is it outside of us? Are we becoming this? Are we one with this? Where are we in this conversation of our highest? This is a great idea for us to think about, lean in, big block of rock. And here I am. And anything that is not my highest self is now asking to be seen so it can be chiseled away. And as we speak to, we have this idea of who we are, and then everything that is not that version of us is going to show up for us to work with it, for us to maybe release or move in such a way that our highest version can be seen in even a greater way. If we were to think of ourselves any time in our life as, here we are, a big block of rock. Now, what is going to become of this block of rock? And we could stay as a block of rock. That's not why we're here. We're chiseling away, chiseling away, chiseling away, chiseling away. And sometimes we look and we can't see. And to use that, oh, wait, is that me? Is that a version of me? Wait a minute, no. Oh, we'll chisel that away too, but we have to see that to be able to work with it and recognize, no, it's not part of our highest, so we're going to chisel that part away. Fear mechanism coming in this day, recognizing it, not fighting it, not flighting from it, not freezing in it, not feeling badly. We're seeing it. Oh, now we can wipe it away. And when we do, more to be revealed. So when we're thinking about looking into, feeling into, we've been working with this idea or playing with this idea. We haven't even been working at all. Playing with this idea of where will we end up? What will we be celebrating? How will we know we've arrived? Who will that version of us be? Getting really curious. Who is she? Who is he? So this week, I even had this idea. It was yesterday, actually. And in my meditation, I thought, what is future Patricia doing today? I was in my meditation and I asked, Patricia, it's like ringing up Patricia. Patricia, hey, what's going on today? I wanted to know because I'm creating, chiseling to be revealed the next highest version of me. And this is why you're here too. And so when I thought, where is she? What's she doing today? And what I heard was, and as you know, I've shared health. I'm growing into even the next accelerated, elevated version of vitality, energy, flexibility, stamina, strength, and endurance. And I thought, where is she? I wonder what she's up to today. And in my mind, calling her in, ring, ring, Patricia, where are you today? And this is what I heard. I'm at Pilates. Wow, Pilates. I don't have to try to make her. I now step in to become her. And the greatest gumdrop trail, the greatest map is to tune in. Where is she today? I wonder what she's doing. What is she thinking? What is she saying? What is she wearing? How is she showing up? Where is she? Where is Patricia anyway? And yesterday she was at Pilates. And in my mind, great, I knew there was yoga or Pilates or something else that I have done in the past that I'm adding back in. I could try to come up with, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this. And Pilates was an idea. Yesterday it was confirmed. Patricia's doing Pilates. And the fun fact is that then I had a conversation yesterday, totally unrelated to this conversation, where a woman I'm meeting in 2 weeks said, let's go here because this is my new Pilates studio. They're brand new. It's right around the corner from you, Patricia. If you're interested, I'll take you in. We'll take a tour. Have you ever done Pilates or do you have any interest? Well, yes, as a matter of fact. So when we're thinking about everything that's to be released, all that we could become, or all that we're growing into or becoming from wherever we have been, no heavy lifting. This is about becoming, releasing, and presencing our highest being.
So if this resonated with you, I'd love it if you would like it, subscribe to it, or simply share this with someone who may benefit from it. Not for the numbers and not for the views, because I believe there is someone out there right here, right now, holding their breath, really, looking for hope, looking for a lift, and looking for a moment in which their day can have a shift. And you help bring this to them. For that, I am so very grateful. Thank you.